across to Anand Narasimhan and get a bird's eye view of what was the story of Haryana as far as exit polls were concerned. Anand.
Well, a lot of pollsters are taking this voter turnout perhaps into consideration because there was a twist in the tail that happened with less than about 24 hours or 36 hours for the results to come out, Bhupen. But let's dive into the matrix, and also as I call for the matrix and I start to go in, here inside the matrix, let's now clear our mind space. Let's remember 2014, the BJP had 33% vote share, 2019 Lok Sabha 58% vote share. So for them to get less than 47 seats or less than what they are getting, they should be looking at a slip of about 25 to 30% in their vote share. Is that going to happen? Right now, the News18-IPSOS exit poll very clearly says that ये जो पूरा है, ये पूरा भगवा है. That means this is all BJP. And the BJP colors means halfway mark is 46. The last time around they had 47. News18-IPSOS very clearly says they are going to go all the way. Look at this. All the way from here to here. This is 75. They are walking away with the election in Haryana. That's what the News18-IPSOS exit poll says. And it also says that the Shiromani Akali Dal fighting on its own will get 1. Others will have 2. But you'll have the JJP debutants, breakaway faction from the INLD, actually taking 2 of the seats, whereas the Congress party is at 10. The Congress party is at 10, where there are other pollsters who are trying to find a twist in this entire story, just perhaps to make it interesting. We don't know, but we are confident we're going to get it right like we did the last time around. Let's quickly call out the poll of polls, and we see where the differences lie, why somebody feels and why some of them are suddenly feeling कि हरियाणा tight होगा. हम उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि हाँ थोड़ा तो exciting हो जाए. That's where somehow the sentiment is. But let's look at it. News18-IPSOS says 75-10-5. That's the story, ladies and gentlemen. C voter says 78-12. So far, in line with the fact that Aram se majority hai, bhai sahab. Pollstrat also says 75-80. So 3 pollsters are saying 70 plus numbers for the BJP. The 4th pollster, Jan Ki Baat, says, chalo 70 nahi aayega, 60 to aayenge. That's what they are saying. They are giving the Congress party 15 to 19. But it's Access My India that is saying, oh, मामला फंस सकता है. JJP could play kingmaker. Dushyant Chautala could decide कौन बनेगा मुख्यमंत्री. Is that going to be the situation? 12 to 20 seats, others. Is that going to be such a big swing away? Let's now put the actual numbers. And as you look at these numbers and think about it, 58% vote share for the BJP in Lok Sabha 2019, which saw a 5 to 6% drop in the voter turnout compared to the assembly elections in 2014. So from 75% to 70%, now 65% Bhupen Chaubey. What has the BJP done in 150 days between Lok Sabha 2019 and now for it to lose about 20 to 23% vote share? That's the big question.
Well, we have a Haryana resident amidst us, Advaita. So let's put that question to Advaita then. So much has been, I remember in 2014 when Manolal Khattar became chief minister, for the first 3 years, Twitter was full of all kinds of memes and, he was a butt of jokes. Something appears to have changed post-2017, I would say. Sometime around, I think when the UP assembly elections took place and Yogi Adityanath became chief minister thereafter, it appears that Mr. Khattar has become Teflon coated. What has happened to Mr. Khattar?
So, since you've introduced me as a Haryana resident, I'll speak as a voter.
As a Haryanvi.
As a Haryanvi voter. In the first year, I was critical of him as well. Remember, he debuted with that miles-long, traffic jam during the monsoons, which was a legacy issue, but he still got the flag for it. And I was hugely critical of him. But as time went on, he has actually done work on the ground. A lot of things that we saw stalled. The power situation, for example, is another aspect. The electricity used to go off earlier. Now we have very few power cuts. Right. Yes, in fact, in the summer...
Is he this new Vikas Purush of the BJP in Haryana?
Well, I would. It's a combination of Vikas as well as incorruptibility. I think for me, the
image.
Takeaway, the image. The image, because petty corruption always pinches voters the most. And the higher the petty corruption, the more the losses for the incumbent government.
I mean, that's a good point you make. There was a teachers' recruitment scam. There was scam in terms of land allotments. As long as the Hudas were in business.
Employees.
Yeah, Rashid, suddenly
I have a different view.
You have a different view?
Bhupen, I think if he wins and wins with a big margin, as many of the surveys, the opinion or exit polls have shown, it will be a kind of mandate for continuation of that mandate that exists for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because
it's not you won't say that it's
and if it's a close call, or any kind of adverse verdict, it will be at Mr. Khattar's doorstep. Because local issues were not highlighted in
No, of course, there is no election.
Talking about it. There was Pakistan, there was Balakot, there was
now. But what do you do? I'm saying if ultimately you have to contest the election, no.
Absolutely, that's
That's
fine.
a- that's a
That's why I'm saying the verdict is very important because the verdict will tell us a story.
No, I know.
Verdict will tell us a story.
But the story that I'm looking out for is that does it really matter that the day before polling suddenly reports come out that India has attacked parts of Pakistan, but Pakistan occupied Kashmir has been attacked by the Indian army? Does it really matter what our strategy is going to be with Pakistan? And there is no talk. Immediately the day after, voting over, everything is forgotten. Chidambaram is also out on bail. But let me go across. Let me go across to Zaka. Let me just go across to Zaka on the magic wall, because there is the other factor also, Zaka, and that is the Dushyant Chautala factor. This election season, in Maharashtra, there was MNS factor at one point of time. Is Dushyant Chautala showing any evidence of making any impact this election?
So if you look at the Jat-dominated seats, and this is where, the BJP has smartly played its caste politics. Even when it got majority for the first time in 2014, they got 47 seats. But out of those 47 seats, only 7 seats were Jat-dominated. So basically, the BJP won just 7 out of 30 seats. But if you were to add the filter of the Lok Sabha 2019 leads to this, remember BJP swept the Lok Sabha, all 10 seats won by the BJP. If you were to add that filter, suddenly look at that figure. That figure goes up from 7 seats to 22 seats. So they've gone up from 7 to 22, and this is out of 30. So if they can go up from 7 seats to 22 seats out of 30 in the Jat-dominated belt, it just shows one thing, that the Jats have also, in significant numbers, voted for the BJP. Now the question is, they did in the Lok Sabha, will they do in the Vidhan Sabha?
Is that a conclusion to agree with, Radhika? That the Jats
no.
would vote for a Punjabi chief minister?
No, I mean, there was a lot of antagonism, as we all know. We ran through it, but the Lok Sabha election, the dynamic was completely different.
So the Jats are willing to vote for Mr. Modi, but the Jats are not willing to vote for Mr.
On a nationalist plank, I'm not very sure if they voted en bloc or if they voted in good numbers for Mr. Khattar. I still see it as a consolidation of the non-Jat vote, which may work in his favor.
Yeah, Kashi?
And yes, as Anand was pointing out, that huge, that kind of vote percentage difference. See, if there is a 19% of INLD vote, which was essentially, Jat voters, if they swing and they don't swing towards BJP, but, come towards the Congress, then obviously the story, may change, or it may become very close call.
See, I think barring the Delhi Assembly election between 2014 and 15, when there was an average 15 to 20% swing away from the BJP towards the Aam Aadmi Party, I can't think of a single state where the BJP, having clocked upwards of 50% vote share, whether it was Haryana or Maharashtra, I can't think of any other state where the swing in the subsequent assembly election would have been so high that the opposition suddenly would have got itself.
Let me give you an example of Delhi. For instance, in Delhi, see, Lok Sabha elections took place, I'm talking about 14, and in 15, there was a, kind of Muslim consolidation, towards up. It moved the Congress.
But is there any evidence? Is there anything that's happening on the ground to suggest, and that's why we were looking at the magic wall, to suggest that in Haryana specifically, maybe because of some unease which exists between the Jats and Manolal Khattar, maybe because of Dushyant Chautala attempting to, create some impact, is there a case there to conclude that maybe the Jats are looking for options? As Zaka says, Jats voted for Modi in Lok Sabha elections, but Jats suddenly are now looking elsewhere 2 months down the line. Why would that be?
Probably. However, if that has happened, it means that the INLD has split the Jat